what should I eat today? Google, how fast can I make money? Google, are you still living as if you're still having 24 hours? What's up, my beautiful people? How it's done? How you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rahma. It's your first time to be here. You're highly welcome. Feel free to subscribe. This is for free, and hey, you get more of this content and come back again. So today basically I want us to talk about intentional living. Are we living intentionally, or we are living by accident? When I say are we living intentionally, here I want you to understand, when you're living intentionally, you don't just be in wishes, you don't just be in desires, you don't just be in someday. You take action, you say I will, you do more deliberately, and your thoughts be aligned with your goals. So today, if we say today I would want to be intentional, what are you doing towards you being intentional? One of the things you have to do, and that is very, very important, is being consistent. When I say being consistent, I mean doing what you're supposed to do even when you don't feel like doing it. When you're consistent, you're going to develop good habits, and from good habits you're going to get a routine, and from a routine you obviously be self-disciplined, and that will define you with time, because you're going to be intentional. And it's being consistent is doing it even when you don't feel like doing, just showing up because I'm intentional and I'm here for a purpose. Why are you changing? You're changing for who? When do you need to change? What do you need to change? And hey, if you change today, will you lose anything? If you change today, will you lose anything? So those are the questions you should be asking yourself if you're to change from where you are to just being intentional. Intentional living is about making changes one step at a time. I wouldn't say that you're going to change one day and you're up there. No, it's one step at a time, and before you know it, you're up there and you're living the life you want, actually. So it's just a process. Take in at a time, absorbing one thing at a time. Look at your lifestyle, look at your general life, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, anything that you would want to change. If you have to look at yourself, are you happy? Are you just wishful? Are you just thinking? Are you just desiring? Are you waiting for one day? Are you just living in fantasy? Or you're making decisions, you're taking one step at a time, you're doing things that are leading you to where you want to be. That is action, that is purpose, that is believing today it's possible and you can today, doing things that are in your control, the ones that are out of your control, leaving them up to the universe. What are you doing? What are you doing towards your life? So being intentional is very important, and you better start living intentionally. And when I say better start living intentionally, is to make sure that your goals are aligned to your intentions. And intentions, we deliberately take actions. That is it. If I'm to summarize one word for you, it's to deliberately take consistent actions. And consistent actions that are going to lead you to better results. And remember, in intentional living, each and every day counts. Just because you're having 24 hours, don't think forever you're going to be having 24 hours. And that's how you end up wasting a lot of time. You're like, let me wait. I still have a lot of time. I'll do that later. I still have a lot. It's just 9 a.m. Up to 6 p.m. What will I be doing? To be intentional, I would want to introduce you to someone who's amazing, and that is Eddie Marriott, the one who wrote the book of The Power of One More. In The Power of One More, there's a lot of things that can stand out for you if you read that book, but what stood out for me is about time, like how we are still counting time in 24 hours. And my dear, the 24 hours we are in, those ones came when people were still receiving letters via the bag. The letter would take 2 weeks before you receive it. But right now, we're in the era when you want anything, you just type in and you have it. Google, what is my name? Google, what is this? Google, how can I do this? Google, what should I eat today? Google, how fast can I make money? Google. Gig is having all the answers for you, and you're still living as if you're still having 24 hours. And in that book, he elaborates more about how we should be dividing our day into 3 days. So while others are living 7 days, you're living 21 days. Like, hey, from 6 to midday, you have a day. After that day, ask yourself, what did I do? What stood out for me? What did I do towards my goal? Like, from midday to 6 p.m., do something else. It can be networking. It can be something towards your goal. It can be something that you love. It can be something productive. And from 6 p.m. till midnight, all the time you sleep, do it as another day. That challenge has really worked for me wonders. If I would ask you today, I would say, please try it out. You won't regret. So be intentional and let's maximize the time that we're having because, darling, it's not so much time that we're having right now. Before you know it, will be gone. But what is your purpose? What have you done for the world? And what have you done for yourself above all? Do you feel like you've lived a fulfilled life? If you today choose to say, oh, God has called me, what do you call intentional living? I just pass by a little bit to remind you that you're worth it. You're worth the life you want to live. And go chase out your dreams. No one is stopping you. You're free to dream. You're free to visualize all of it. Why you're living right now doesn't matter, but who you want to become in future or tomorrow is going to be more important. Until then, I love you so much. Bye bye.